Hello, so you've got some questions. I'm going to attempt to answer them. Let's go. So Mitchell Radford asks, as a lover of McCoy myself, which is your favourite moment from Survival? Also, would you like to see the 4th and 7th Doctors cross over? I'd say they are my top Doctors. Well, Mitchell, to pick a moment from Survival, I'd possibly pick the motorcycle scene, because usually throughout the Sylvester era, Ace gets these sort of cool action moments. She gets to hit a Dalek with a baseball bat, she gets to slingshot a Cyberman, and you know, it's cool for a change for Sylvester, who's usually a bit more of a clown through sort of the earlier half, where he sort of starts to evolve. So I'd say that motorcycle scene is the coolest. As for the 4th Doctor meeting the 2nd Doctor, yes, I think that would be pretty cool. They are also probably my 2 favourite from the classic era. Billy Edwards, what is your favourite Dalek colour scheme? I would probably pick the white and gold ones, because they just look awesome, especially the special weapons Dalek. But that said, I do also like the new series ones. I do like the bronze ones. They are a bit overused now, but one that I feel sad that we haven't seen, and I doubt we'll see again, is the Paradigm ones in their metallic blues and reds, because I think they look pretty cool. But the problem with the metallic colours is you've also got the orange and the yellow. So how would you make those 2 metallic? Because if you darken them down, they'd become brown. Or would it become bronze? I don't know if they'd suit the bronze colour. I don't know what yellow would go. Dark yellow just sounds pretty disgusting to me. So yeah, I think it's a shame that really we're probably not going to go and see those metallic versions anymore. So, but yeah, I do quite like those ones. Jean Luke Henderson Harry asks, what does the colour crimson mean to you? Well, it probably means death and blood, and that colour has sort of shaped my videos. So thanks to John and Billy and Richard, who chose the colour for me. They have made me into this rather sinister, horrible person that seems to have been portrayed in my videos, that I just seem to want to kill everyone. So I must apologise, but it is all John, Billy and Richard, and probably some others. Because my favourite colour is actually green, but someone else already has that colour. Thanks, Livy. Okay, sorry if I get your name wrong, but Adam Farrier asks, McCoy or McGann? Now, between you and me, don't tell Richard and Phoenix and that lot, but the 9th Doctor isn't my favourite. I don't rate him particularly high. He is definitely in my lower segment of Doctors. I think Paul McGann is a brilliant actor, because I've seen him in a few other shows and he's brilliant in it, but as a Doctor I don't think there's anything too interesting about him. Now, I haven't listened to any Big Finish, which probably expands his character, so all I have seen of Paul McGann is the TV movie, which I'm not overly fussed on, and Night of the Doctor, which was a nice short, but it's a shame that he wasn't in the 50th anniversary. So I don't really rate him that great, so I'd have to go for McCoy. Again, sorry if I got your name wrong. Lamamad3 asks, what is your favourite verb and why? Well, I would choose exist, because the other verbs wouldn't exist and be verbs. So yeah, I'd choose exist. Yeah. Pretty good verb. Mars Edwards asks, if you could be any adipose, which would you be and why. Now, there is an Adipose that I feel sort of sorry for, and he doesn't get a lot of screen time, but when all the Adipose are gathering to head off to the big spaceship, there's one skipping along who gets all the credit, by the way, where there's one just a bit further in the distance. You can see him running to try and get into the shot, but then it cuts. I feel sorry for that one. I sort of wish I could be friends with that one, so I would be the best friend of that one who would care for it after its hard time of not appearing too much on screen. That one. Rebel Whovian asks, what classic monsters would you hope to return in Series 10 of Doctor Who? And do you prefer biscuit or cake? Two very similar questions. It's Series 10, I mean, I have a pretty big love for the Autons. They aren't as loved as I think they deserve to be. So I'd probably pick them. As for biscuit and cake, it depends. It depends really on the biscuit and cake. I could go for cake, but I'm not a big fan of chocolate cake, and I'm not a big fan of chocolate biscuits. So you could have custard creams. Custard creams are incredible, but then you've got things like Christmas cake and cheesecake, and sometimes sponge. There's probably more cakes that I like than biscuits, so I'd probably pick the cakes. But if there's a chocolate cake and some custard creams, I'd definitely go for the custard creams. So you know, don't ask me that question, it's quite difficult. But possibly cakes. Christopher Johnson asks, if I give you the treasure, will you let my family go? What? If you attempt to publicly try and save your family again, Christopher, not even all the treasure in the world will save them. The Whoniversals asks, top 5 favourite classic Who stories. Okay, so I don't know if I have a particular order for them, but ones that I really love that spring to mind are The Great Show of the Galaxy, The Pyramids of Mars, Survival, Remembrance of the Daleks, and one more, possibly The Seeds of Doom. Seeds of Doom, not the Seeds of Death. Seeds of Doom's the one with the plant ones, I think. Oh no, Spearhead from Space. Spearhead from Space, probably. Replace Spearhead from Space with the Seeds of Doom. The Seeds of Doom is good. Spearhead from Space, I forgot about that. Spearhead from Space, yes. Jack Collin asks, favourite episode of The Twilight Zone? Mine's Time Enough at Last, if you're interested. Yes, I have watched that one. I've got all the Blu-rays, so I've been through them all. I've only watched that one once. If I was to sort of suggest a favourite, there's so many good ones, and there's a couple that spring to mind. 22 is a proper creepy one, so 22, watch 22. And one I really do like is called Uncle Simon, which features this guy here. Barbera, where is my hot chocolate, Barbera? Just a little quote. Tom Monty asks, in an angry letter to Stephen Moffat, you have quite a distinct laugh. How did you master it? Now, I'm quite a fan of over-the-top laughing in my videos. If you've noticed, you might have noticed that a lot of my videos feature ridiculous laughing, maybe from me, maybe from some of the others. I think my aim is to try and get every member of FiveWhoFans to laugh manically. So I do a sort of thing maybe called a whisper shout, or a whisper shout laugh. Whisper shout laugh, which is it may look like you're laughing really loud, but in fact your volume is turned right down. That's a bit of a whisper laugh, shout, whatever thing. So this Hayden, where did you buy those legendary glasses? Well, I bought mine from... Okay, so finally, Patrick Sherratt asks, what is the best thing about being in FiveWhoFans, and what is your favourite video you have made, and what is your favourite FiveWhoFans video of all time? Okay, so my favourite video that I've done might possibly be Behind the Lens of Series 8. I had a lot of fun playing 3 completely different characters. The favourite one of everything might be an angry letter to Stephen Moffat. I do like event ones. I do like when we do event ones. So those ones where we all get to be involved is joyous to watch. So, and then finally, what's the best thing about being in FiveWhoFans? The people. That sounded too soft, but yeah, the people. Because they are generally lovely, wonderful, creative, imaginative bunch, and you know, the main 5, but then also the people connected to our groups, and ex-members, and you know, there's other people working behind the scenes, and I'm so happy to be part of this wonderful group, and it's something I'll never forget. Okay, so thank you for all your questions. If there was any questions that you didn't get to ask, if you missed out, then please, you can ask in the comments section, and I'll try and answer as many as I can. So yeah, have a great weekend. I think it should be a weekend. And next up, I think, is Crystal. So look forward to that. And yeah, have a great time, everyone. Have a good one. See you soon. Yeah, bye. Bye-bye.
I am professional salesperson Barry Dingle, and I'm here to introduce you to the official Barry Dingle Doctor Who action figures and also accessories shop.